Hi, but Caitlin, sorry, I'm way with the fairies with the typo. Hello, Jackie. How are you? Okay, it looks like we have Caitlin and Jackie are first on the list today. Okay, let me just light this tea light. Yeah, cool. So Caitlin and Jackie, you guys are first. Sorry in regards to the spelling. Right. I was sort of ready, and then I sort of got waylaid a little bit. Oh, how will your trip go next week? Let's have a look. Can't believe that's coming so quick. I was just going through some old photos of Tuai, a holiday spot that my family used to go to. Sort of brought back some memories of my parents, and it was a bit sort of sad this morning. Had a bit of a, not really sad, but nostalgic, should I say. So I posted them on Instagram and that, some different photos, and Twitter. But right, I'm going to use some movie and TV series sort of type of decks. Right, so let me have a look. What's wrong with this cloth today? Okay, nice deep breath. Let's just clear out this stuff of the past, because we're focusing about next week. Right, so Jackie, your question is next. Right, what are we going to do? Hocus pocus. Take a nice deep breath. Got some cool decks you're doing. You've been busy bee. Night Daughter Oracle, Caitlin, been busy bee with your decks. I'm just doing lots of study at the moment. I'm trying not to order anything really at the moment because I'm just doing lots of study with my decks. Okay, how will the trip go next week? How will the trip go next week? Okay, how will the trip go next week? Let's have a look. Okay, we got 4 of pumpkins. Wow, okay. 4 of pumpkins. King of pumpkins tells us wealth and abundance. Anyways, a lot of thinking. It'll give you lots to think about, that's for sure. A lot of working out what your priorities are and where you are. It does feel like there is a lot of being careful of what you're holding on to as well. It does say be very careful about what you're holding on to into regards to the week. I sort of say go with no expectations. Put it that way. Don't go with no expectations, and it's about working out what your priorities are. I think there's going to be a lot of choices or decisions to be made. I think a lot of things will give you time to think about stuff and what's going on here. It's going to give you lots of opportunities if you can go with no expectations. Really says go with no expectations. Enjoy the week. Just go with it. I think it's just, it's going to give you a chance to do a lot of a lot of thinking about stuff. But it is important that you just sort of allow yourself to work out what your priorities are in your life by allowing yourself to just sort of go with no expectations. Yep, focus on having fun. Ooh, good question, Jackie. Okay, so basically, Caitlin, I think it's just about just go and have some fun. Just go with no expectations. Just be in the moment, be in the now. Okay, you're focused on 9 oracles, basically, for the live. So are they the right ones? Okay. Keep getting Lord of the Rings for this one. It's the one that keeps popping up, Lord of the Rings. Right, Jackie. Oh, it's a very quiet day today. I think it's just going to be one of those days, and I think I sort of put that out there a little bit because I'm not feeling I sort of had a funny night, I think. Right. I don't mean, can you tell us about the 9 oracles that Jackie's chosen for the live? Can you tell us about them? Oh, interesting. 2 cards flew out. Okay. And this one. And this one. Oh, hi, Cherie. Yes, you can be added. Please type your question. Oh, my God, Caitlin. The whole Hocus Pocus movie on purpose. Right, Jackie, let's have a look. Are they the right ones for Sunday for us? For Sunday, yes, it is Sunday in New Zealand. It'll be Saturday for those that are in America, of course. 5 p.m. Central Time in America. Right, so are these the right 9 oracles? Let's have a look. First one is, interesting, temperance. I think it's about moderation. I think they're in moderation. I think I think it's confirmation that they are balanced emotionally. They are tranquil, serenity. They are good. Queen of Wands, very much about that sense of nurturing, passion, creativity, dynamic energy, spiritual energy, really, really important. And it does feel like you're at a crossroads here and is going to point you in the right direction. Remove all the sense of balancing the mind. I think they're very much about giving you choices. They do give you choices. So ultimately it says, yes, they're going to give, they are the right decks when you look at it. That their King of Wands tells us it gives us an adventure. It gives us a possibility. So yes, you've chosen the right decks for the live. I mean, ultimately with Temperance, with Queen of Wands, 2 of Swords, and King of Wands, to me is that very much balanced energy coming in here, Jackie. So yeah, I do think they are very suitable decks for your live, for the live. Definitely. So Sunday, yahoo! I'm gonna miss you, Caitlin, while you're away, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy your weekend, your weekend away in New York. But we're gonna miss you. But Jackie and I are gonna have fun for sure. That sounds good, Jackie. That sounds good. I've got no idea what I'll use on Sunday. I just sort of go with the flow for me. I just choose. I did Hay House, and I've done yeah, indie decks. Right. So yes, definitely pointing you in the right direction of those oracle decks. Definitely feels like. I mean, at this stage, it definitely feels you may change your mind, but ultimately they are the right ones for, or you may add to it, should I say? But definitely feels like they're the right ones for the thing. Right, we've got the list. Thank you, Caitlin, for the list. Brilliant. So hi. So we've got, oh, interesting. So we've got Cherie. Let's have a look. So Cherie, we've got question from Ariona, Eudora, Mira, Salsa. Oh, I can't wait. Sunday. It's gonna be good. I love these collabs. I've really enjoyed doing them with Caitlin. I'm gonna miss you this weekend, Caitlin, but good that you're going away and having some fun. So Jackie and I will sort of have some fun and wait for you to come back. Right. So, Cherie, let's have a look. Where are we? So that sounds good. Right, Cherie. General love reading. Right, so we've done Hocus Pocus and we've done Lord of the Rings. So let me put those two away for now. Okay, let's do a general love reading. Let's do Alice in Wonderland, Cherie. Sorry, I'm doing movies and TV series at the moment. The couple of decks that I've got before I move on. Right, Cherie. Oh, that sounds good. So we can see the Big Apple. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, cool. Brilliant. That'll be awesome. Or she's going to pull some cards in the chat. Oh, brilliant. You're obviously taking some decks with you. Right. General love reading for Cherie. What does Cherie need to know in regards to love? Right. Back to the two cards each. Right. We've got 10 of flowers. 10 of flowers to me is that sense of being burdened. There's a lot of stuff weighing you down in regards to love, in regards to relationships, Cherie. There seems to be some stuff that's weighing you down, that you seem to be worried about in some way, energetically. So it's about being able to, I want to say, take a breath, remove the clouds, have the sense of new beginnings, new creative energy, a breakthrough, an understanding about what you need to do. And the first thing is about breathing. To me, I get the sense of just taking a breath for a minute, thinking about what you want to achieve. Aces to me is about thinking things, not just about new beginnings, but also about thinking, taking a sense of taking a moment to sort of breathe in this. Does seem to be a lot of things weighing you down. So that seems to be quite okay, it just seems to be that sense of just taking a breath for a minute, because there's some stuff that's really weighing you down. I think you just need to take a breath and just let things go with the flow sort of energy. And I think you'll get a breakthrough. You can just sort of take a breath, take some time out, just breathe in regards to love. Oh, thanks, Jackie. Yeah, I do like the Alice in Wonderland tarot. I want to get the Buffy one, but some people have said the cardstock's a bit. Right, Alice in Wonderland done. Right, next on the list was Ariona. Okay, so you've thought about, should I give Josh a chance? So what do you need to know about giving? Oh, I quite like Inside Edition. Insight, you mean? Insight, not inside. Insight. Well, Inside Edition is in me. Okay, now what you've done is you've asked a yes or no question. Should I give Joshua a chance? So all you're going to get is like a yes or no. And it doesn't really give you anything to grow. So it's more about... Oops, wrong one. Yeah. So what you're doing is you're not really saying, you know, what's the connection between you guys? What's important? What thing? All you're asking is, should you give him a chance? Yes or no. It doesn't give you anything to actions that you might need to take. So if we ask this question, I just want to show you. Okay, I just want to show you. I'm just doing, you know, I'm going to, well, should I give Joshua a chance? Just want to show Ariana the difference between, should I give Joshua a chance? And the answer is unlikely. Okay, so all it's saying is unlikely you should give Joshua a chance. Now, what we want to know is, what should we know? So what I'm going to do is use the Supernatural Tarot in this one. Now, if I do now I do your second question. Yeah, I do have Leninmand. I don't like using Leninmand for yes and no either. The only one I do have Leninmand, but I don't like it. So if we go, what should you do? What do I need to know about giving him a chance? Okay, so let's do this. What should I know about giving him a chance? Whoops. Okay, what should you know about giving him a chance? Because it says unlikely. Right, okay. So here we have... Oh, it's about moving on. Definitely feels like it's about moving on here. Okay, so give us a second card. Yeah, definitely feels like there's about moving on to something better. Feels like you're moving on to new romances, new connections. It does feel like there's unlikely anything to do with Josh. I feel like you've got some doubt creeping in. You've got some doubt, and that's going to push it away. I think it's all about moving on. Feels like there's a new cycle, moving into something new, and it's talking about a romance here. I think you've got the doubt creeping in. Even though he might be a new person in your life, Ariana, it feels like you've already got that doubt. You've already got that thing about, oh, I don't know. And so I think you need to sort of trust that intuition. It's already, you've asked the question. So it's like you've already got that doubt. I think you already have that doubt. You've asked the question, so you've already got that doubt, and I think that's why it's come up as unlikely, and that's why it's telling you that you're moving into new possibilities. I feel like you're moving into a new cycle. You're leaving behind him. I think it's going to be I think it's a very short term. I think you've got new romances coming. Yeah. Something that made you lose interest. I think you need to trust that, Ariana. Trust your intuition. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. I feel like someone better is waiting for you. Someone better is waiting for you. Someone better is waiting for you. Okay, someone better is waiting for you. It doesn't feel like you, I feel like you've got to trust your own intuition in this situation. I think if you've lost interest or you're already asking that question, it's about you moving into new possibilities. You've got the World card there, which tells me that you're moving on. from the situation. Moving on. And that's why it's come up as unlikely. Right. Next question. Wow, Caitlin. Easy spent. Easy spent. Okay, Adora. Right. Ooh, why do I have an emotional connection to the deep south when I've never been there? Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, you don't want that one? Okay. This would have been a great question. This would have been a really good question. I would have loved to have answered that one. Okay, so you don't want that question answered. You want this one done. Oh, you do want it? Okay, so why do you have an emotional connection? And I'm going to use the Labyrinth Tarot. Actually, I just got stop. Stop. Told to use the Hoodoo Tarot. Oh, my wish list is so growing. It's ridiculous. Okay, so why do I have an emotional connection to the deep south when I've never been there? Oh, as soon as I did that. Okay, so. Whoa, okay. Interesting. To me, I felt like it was a place for you, it was definitely a place of celebration. It's a place of deep soul emotional connections with the Three of Baskets here. Definitely a place of celebration. Okay, so that's really important. Just to be able to have that sense of connection, celebrating. It's a place that you celebrated life, celebrated friends. And that's why you've got a really strong, deep connection. It's also, I feel like it's one, I know I've got the Devil card here, but I feel like it's a place that you faced your demons, that you were able to sort of break free. And that's why the celebrating came into life here. It was a place that you were able to break free from. I feel like you're very, very chained to it. It's something that's very connected. It's a place that allowed you to feel like you were able to break free. You were able to celebrate life, celebrate your friends. Yeah, oh, definitely a past life issue. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a past life. It's very connected to your past life. It's not like current life, it's past life connection. It's very much of a place that you felt that you could, in the past, that you were very connected to. Okay. You have very, yeah, I just feel like it was a celebrating, it's a very soul. I say soul because of the Three of Baskets here. And it very much a place that you face your demon. It's very much about something very chained to the energy. So that's quite important, Eudora, to know that it's just that soul connection. It was just definitely a past life. Definitely a past life. Celebrating life. Okay, next. Okay, it's not wanting to. Yeah, it's a very emotional connection. Yeah, definitely. Right, okay, so let me get, I don't know why, wasn't planning on using that deck, but there it is. Okay, next on the list. Okay, so don't type your questions in until I ask. So what are we up to? So we're up to, okay, so I'm up to here. Oh, Jackie, you cracked me up. So true. Some decks like to be taken. Some decks like to stay at home. So true. Okay, general advice on my connection. So what do you need to know in regards to your connection? Okay, so I'm still not using Labyrinth. Putting that aside for a second. Let me do the 4 Hucks of Tarot. Oh. Oh. General advice on your connection with Jack. So what do you need to know in regards to the connection? Okay, so we have the Star. Wish. I just got wish fulfilled. It feels like it's a wish fulfilled. Like it's something that you really want. But then we get endings. Okay, things being final. It might be a wish that you want, but it may not last, is what I want to say. It may be something that you really want. It may be a wish fulfilled, but I am getting the sense of it ending. It may be short-lived. So it's up to you what you do with it during that moment. Whether you decide to just be in the moment, or are you going to end things? Totally up to you, of course. But it does feel like it's a very short-lived connection in a way. Okay, I'm just getting very short-lived because I'm getting the Star here with the sense of being a wish being fulfilled. Is all I've got there is that wish being fulfilled. And then you've got this ending, things being final. So I'm just sort of getting a very sort of short-lived sort of energy. But what you do with it is totally up to you. I just don't feel it's going to be the way that you want it to be. It's not going to be what you expect. Long term, I mean. Okay, next on the list was, let me have a look. Okay, okay. Okay, so what questions have we got? Oh, Cheryl. Sorry, okay, so this is where we're up to. Cheryl, Drigo, Katrina. Okay, so Cheryl, let's have a look. So what's Cheryl's question? Okay, Cheryl just asked if she could be added. Just before we do any more questions, I want you guys to make sure that you read the description box down below. read the disclaimer, read the description box, read the instructions as well. Now, don't forget, you only get 2 cards with your reading. If you want more information or you want a second question, if you use the pinned link or the links down below to donate, you will get a tarot and oracle reading. Okay, so it's only those that are in the first hour, of course, that come in can get a free reading. But I do want to say that if you want more than just the 2 cards, you want more than just the 1 question, then donations are available for a tarot and oracle reading. So please, 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 please read the description box down below for the instructions to get the best quality reading for yourself. I want you guys to be empowered on your journey. And I just realized I didn't even put up a banner today. That's how bad I am. That's how out of it I am. Right, okay. Hi, All About Maine. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So think about your question. Think about what you need to know and where you are. So I haven't got a question from Cheryl yet. No question from Cheryl. So I'm waiting for Cheryl's question. I've got no question from Cheryl. Or have I missed it? I just saw, can I be added? But I didn't actually see a question. So I want you guys to think about your questions. I mean, to get the best out of your questions. So be empowered. Take a moment to really think about your questions. So Cheryl, Drigo. Oh, you're having a good day? Oh, but something happened. Okay. So we've got the list here. So Caitlin's upgraded the list for us. So can you guys, Cheryl, Drigo, Katrina, can you please think about your questions and type them in now? So what do you need to know about your career in general? Okay, Drigo. I don't know where Cheryl is, but so I want you to think about your question about being empowered. Not just yes and no questions. I mean, I can do them, but you don't get anything out of it. Okay, what do you need to know in regards to your career? Drigo? Okay. Okay, Drigo, in regards to your career, what are you focusing on? It says, don't worry about spilt milk. Don't worry about the things you cannot control. There's some things in life you can control, some things in life you cannot. So it's saying, do not worry about the things that you cannot control. Only look at the things that you can do. Look at the things that you can control. Look at the things that you can change or make the changes that you need. It's very much about using your intuition, trusting in your own intuition, being able to see the knowledge from the past. And I get a sense of sort of asking for help. I get a sense of like knowledge of the past is sort of like asking for help from other people who know what they're doing in regards to your career. I think it's a lot about asking questions to see what's hidden and see what needs to be revealed. It's very much about looking at the things that you can do, look at the things that you can control, ask for lots of help. I think there's a lot of ask for knowledge. Gain knowledge by asking for what's hidden, what needs to be revealed in regards to the job situation, in regards to your career. So I think there's a lot about asking for help there. Okay, so that's all done. Okay, next question by Katrina. Okay, so you want to know what's going to happen with, will you see the Aries guy tonight? Okay, so we're doing a yes no question. Doesn't really leave any growth development. You just asked basically, will you see him tonight? So we're doing a one card using yes and no question. Yes and no card. So let's have a look. Will you see the Aries guy tonight? Let's have a look. Eyes closed, choosing a card. And it says, it's like you need to look at and choose a new direction. Feels like it feels like no, you're not going to, basically no, you're not going to see him tonight. It's time to think about things in a different way. It's time to choose a different direction. It feels like it's time to sort of move in a different direction with the situation here. So let's give us a little bit more information. Let's just use the right away. Okay, give us a card. Oops. Okay, give us a card in regards to this. Whoa, okay, it just jumped out. Oh, what card gave me? It's time for you to pause. Take a pause. Take a reflect. You need to do some reflecting, Katrina. So I don't think it's going to be quite the way you want to. I think it's sort of telling you to sort of step back a little bit, take a moment to pause, take a breath in regard to this Aries guy. For some reason, just take a moment. I think you need to just reevaluate where you're headed. What are your goals in regards to this? I think you need to take a sort of step back, take a moment to breathe. And that's why they're sort of saying choose a new direction. It just doesn't feel like it's in the right. You've got to take a breath for a minute. I think you need to do some reflecting on the situation. Right, Jennifer. Again, you've got that, will I move before June? Whoops. Don't want that. Don't want that one. Okay, will you move before June? Okay. This one's standing out. Depending on what action's taken, yes, there's a possibility that you could move before June. But what do you need to know about it? What do you need to know about it? Okay, well, what do you need to know about it? Yes, there's a possibility. It's not resounding yes, but it is a yes, it's a possibility that you'll move before June. It's interesting. It just keeps saying there's a gain. There's a yes to it. Definitely feels like with the 9 of Pentacles, it talks about a gain and an attainment. It feels like something's coming into play here. So, yeah, it does feel like you'll move before June if that's the action you choose to take. It's about you making it happen, basically. If you choose to make it happen, it'll happen. If you choose to make it happen, it'll happen. Okay, so where are we at? So all about Maine and Felicia. Still waiting for Cheryl's question, of course, but I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So I'm just waiting for some questions from All About Maine and Felicia. Oh, Cheryl, she's done. Right. Okay, Cheryl, what I want you to do is rethink about your question. What do you need to know about? Because what you've done is you're invaded Kenneth's thoughts. I know it's about you in a way. You want to know how he thinks about you. But what you're doing is you're invading his thoughts. And his thoughts are private. I feel like there's a need to white sage this energy. Cheryl, you need to rethink your question, because what you're doing is you're invading in his thoughts, his perception about you. You need to be very careful when you invade somebody else's thoughts, because they're not here to defend themselves. Right. Sorry, I'm just putting in the... Yeah. So what you want to think about is, what's the connection? What do you need to know about the connection? That's why it's important that you read the disclaimer down below, or you read the description box, should I say, down below. Because it does talk about, when you're talking about, when I'm talking about third party reading. So what you want to do is, you want to say, you know, what's the connection? What do I need to know about? What's important? What could be, you know, you've got about, what do I need to know? What do you need to know about the situation? So Cheryl, think about that on a deeper... That's interesting. Don't normally use this deck. So how can we put this, Cheryl? How can we reword it? What do you need to know about Kenneth? You know, what do you need to know about Kenneth? About the connection you have with Kenneth? What do you need to know? So I'm just rewording it, even though it's written up there. So it's, what do you need to know? What does Cheryl need to know about Kenneth? Connection. What does Cheryl need to know about Kenneth? We're just decluttering, focusing on what you need to know in regards to Kenneth. Interesting. With the Seven of Swords, there is that sense of, I feel like you need to know that he's someone that takes. Feels like he's taken something from you.
Okay, he's someone that's going to take something from you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean physically. It can be on many different levels mentally. Feels like he's sort of taking something from you in some way. He doesn't allow you to stand in your own power. What an interesting here. Because then we have the strength card, which is all about your own inner strength, your own inner power. So I do feel like he has that sense of control over you in some way. There is that sense of controlling over you in some way. Now, it could be just to do with your emotions. Remember, it can be about your emotions. Doesn't necessarily mean physical or anything like that. But it does feel as though he has like a hold over you. And so this is what I'm getting here with the Seven of Swords and strength. It's like he's got some sort of hold over you in some way, emotionally or something. So it's time for you to sort of, I want to say, take back your own power, use your own inner strength, your own endurance and stamina to move in your own direction here. It's very much about standing in your own power. So, yeah, so I think it's very much about control. Very much about control is what I'm getting here. Very, very strong with the Seven of Swords and Strength card. So you need to know about standing in your own power. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to take control of your own life and not wait around. Okay, next on the list. Okay, all about Maine, Felicia, and Aldona. So I'm waiting for some questions. So all about Maine. Did you have a question? So all about Maine, Felicia, and Aldona. Sorry, I'm just letting go. Okay, just sort of taking a breath for a second. So we've got all about Maine, Felicia, and Aldona. I don't know if anyone else has been missed on the list. Okay, Felicia. Waiting for all about Maine as well. Oh, okay. I just got very strongly with you, Mary L. Where are we? There it is. Haven't used this deck very much lately. Used to use it all the time. Haven't used it for ages. Hi, Dee. How are you? Oh, you squeezed in 10 minutes before the list is closed. So, what do I need to know from the universe about being able to move forward quickly? Oh, Felicia. What do you need to know from the universe about being able to move forward quickly? Okay, this card here really stood out. What have we got here? Three of Discs. Ooh. Three of Discs to me is that sense of, for you, about being able to move forward. I think it's about recognizing your skills and your abilities. It's time for you to really recognize what you're capable of, what you give birth to. Don't know why I said, yeah, it's interesting because there's a baby in there. What you give birth to, the support that you have. Also, so I think it's very important for you to acknowledge, for you to be able to move forward, you need to look at what you're giving birth to, what you're able to create, manifest, using the skills and the abilities you have to create something new, to support it, to support what you are doing. You need to acknowledge that. Super important. And again, I think it's very much about your own strength, your own inner power, your ability to tame the wild, to sort of control. I'm sort of getting a sense of being able to sort of use your strength, but not brute force, but a gentle encouragement, persuasion, and where you're going. Yeah, so what you put in, you'll get effect. Yeah, definitely. It's all about your own. And it's interesting because it's very much about your energy, your identity, and acknowledging who you are, your sacral energy. So it's very much about your identity and who you see yourself, and very much about your energy, your passion, your creativity here. So yes, it's how much you put in to what you'll get out of it. Very much so. But it's being able to acknowledge that as well. Acknowledge your skills. Don't I'm going to say, don't push your skills to one side. Don't be critical of oneself. Is very important here. To acknowledge your skills is so important. It's in a way of sort of saying, yes, this is what I'm capable of. This is what I'm able to do. It's super important here. So we're looking at so I'm waiting for All About Maine. You're welcome. You're welcome, Felicia. Okay. Aldona, General. Right. Did I just do that? Didn't I just do that? Did I do Aldona's General? With the stick? I've lost the plot. I don't know what I did. What was I up to? No, I didn't do it. Oh, God, I've lost the plot. It's all right. I'm not really... this is what happens. I don't know what I'm doing. It's taking a breath. Clearing out the energy. I get confused about who I'm up to. Right. Sorry, Aldona. Sorry. I am totally lost the plot. Okay, let's do coffee tarot. Ain't it right, General? So, All About Maine, she must have had trouble with her internet connection. Oh, no, here she is. Okay, General. Okay, perseverance. Keep going. I think there's a sense of perseverance. Keep going. It's all about that sense of a gain. I think to have the success that you really want, it's important that you keep going. You don't give up in the direction that you want to do. It's all about that belief that you can achieve what you need to achieve. I think that's really important here, to just not give up, to keep going, to know that you'll have that gain, you'll have that achievement, that success that you want by the focus. So yeah, just says, just keep going, focus on what you want, and don't give up. Okay. Yeah. Can we think about your question all about Maine? I want to think, where will the relationship, that's better. Where will the relationship with Dwayne go? That's better. So let's do, okay, I'm going to do the Starman Tarot. Now, I know Night Daughter Oracle just got that one. Just got it. So like I said, read it like an oracle as well. Doesn't necessarily need to be. Actually scanned this and put this onto my Awfully software so I can do it online too. Right. I know by mistake, but it's such a cool deck. It's one that Geordie, my son, he doesn't read tarot, but man, he just picks up this deck and he can just profound messages. It's one that he can read because of the imagery. Okay, where will the relationship with Dwayne go? Where will the relate? Oh, okay, interesting. All about Maine. First one we've got is Princess of Swords. So I think there's some talk, there's some communication needed. I think it's important that you guys communicate clearly with the situation and expect only the truth. I think there's a real need to communicate here. I think you need to stand up for what you truly want in the relationship, all about Maine. I think that's quite important here. Because there's a lot of stress and worry going on here. I think there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of stress, and there's a worry. So there's a real need to communicate. Communicate where you're going and what you need to do. I think communication is going to be so important here. Expect the truth and only the truth, and say how you feel. It's all about standing up for your own convictions with the Seven of Wands there. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going in here. I think I'm getting a lot of blue. You can see blue sort of standing out in the card. So blue is all about your throat chakra. So to me, it's all about expressing yourself, being able to express yourself. But, you know, without the blame game or anything like that, just say, this is what I expect in a relationship and this is what I want. Can you honestly give me that? And I think there's a real need to communicate with this. I feel like just so much communication to see the light out of the dark. It's also about trusting your intuition here, trusting your gut instinct. And the reason why I say gut instinct, because we've got a lot of yellow across the cards as well. They seem to be the two main colors, is sort of blue and yellow. So you've got that sense of needing to express yourself, make sure that communication is really important here and clear, and that you trust in your gut instinct. I think you've got some doubt going on here, so there is a real need to communicate, that real need to sort of trust in your gut instinct about the situation. I think you know what's going to happen. So I do feel like it's not really going anywhere in a way. I feel very stuck energy with it as well. So that seems really important here. I feel very stuck energy with this relationship. I don't feel like it's going anywhere, but up to you what you do with it, of course. Totally up to you. But I do feel like there's a real need to communicate with this relation. If you want this relationship to move forward, communication. At the moment, it feels very stuck energy. Feels very, very stuck. And the reason why I say stuck is because you've got this sense of the Princess of Swords is really sort of squatting here. Doesn't seem to be sort of moving forward in any way, just squashing in that way. You've got the Seven of Wands where the guy's on a pillar, sort of can't go anywhere, stuck. You've got that stuck energy. And you've got this Nine of Swords where somebody is sort of very much contained by the swords, by her mind, by her thoughts. And so it's a very sort of stuck energy in regards to the relationship. So yeah, you can sort of see when you're looking at the imagery, just what the story is sort of, what the cards are sort of telling you there. So I'm getting a very sort of stuck energy with this relationship with Dwayne. I don't feel it going anywhere positive. But totally up to you, of course. Okay, so we're up to our last reading. Oh, so we're into that last ending soon. Right. Whew. So yeah, interesting. Interesting indeed. Let me put that back in its box. Yeah, I got the small box like that. And that's the bag. Caitlin? See, I got the small box, not that box that you've got, but the small one. I got that here in New Zealand, and it was an expensive deck, like 75 New Zealand dollars. Quite expensive. So $75. But I mean, not really expensive in New Zealand, but it's more than what you guys would most probably pay. But I did get the bag. I couldn't resist. I would have loved the full kit, but that's like over $1,000 now. It's like $500 or $600, $200, $300. Oh no, I can't remember. It was $200 or $300 when it first came out. Anyway. Oh, you have to send me a link of the song. Send me a link if you've got a link to it. Caitlin, send me a link. Right. D, let's have a look. So you want a general reading. Okay, interesting. I'm just sort of getting Terre de Marseille. Hi, welcome, Turtle. Farts, Turtle Farts. Okay, interesting ID. Okay, yes, the free list is closed, but I still have about, I'm only going to be on for about another 10 or 15 minutes, maybe. So if any donations come through, I'll do those, but only about another 10 minutes or so. I don't know. See how I go. But I've basically closed the free list. But if any donations go through, that'll be cool. Okay, so D, let's have a look. What lies ahead for you? Oh, okay. 2 cards that flew out. Actually, 3 cards flew out. Here we've got Knight. So we've got Knight of Pentacles, which talks about a slow journey. And I think with the Knight of Wands, seems like you're ready and rearing to go, but you're being held up by something. I do feel like you're being held up by something. Things are not going as quickly as you'd like, even though you're ready and rearing to go in whatever you're wanting to do here. It's a lot about choices to be made. It's about balancing the energy that you've got. It's all about seeing the choices that you've got lying ahead. It feels like you're ready and rearing to go, but it feels like there is you're being held up. And it's all about the choices that you've got to make at the time. It feels very much about you've got choices ahead of you and you haven't quite made the choices yet. So you're being asked to make some choices. Time to sort of deep think. Time to think carefully about where you're going and what you're doing, which seems really important here. So just sort of I think it's very important that you sort of take a breath and sort of look at where you're going, what direction you're moving into, to find that sort of balance in your energy. Okay. So it feels like you're being held up, you're being delayed by the choices to make. Okay, so there's no more free readings. Okay, so the free list is closed. Okay, no more free readings. It's finished. You're welcome, Dean. Okay, so we're just going to be on for another couple of minutes just to sort of take a breath, guys. And let me just pull a... What card am I going to pull? I've got this thing about this dark mirror. Oh, you're welcome, Jackie. You're welcome. Can't wait. 2 more days and you and I are on. Don't forget, guys, join Jackie and I, because Caitlin's going to be away in New York. So it's going to be Jackie and I this weekend for your oracle readings. So please join us. Same time. Okay, so I'm loving my dark. So what I'm going to do here for the collective. Okay, so let me do a collective reading. Okay, something to reflect on for all of us. Okay, the card I'm focusing on here is Queen of My World. So what I'm going to do, instead of just reading from the book for a minute, I actually want to use the Supernatural Tarot because that's what I got to read with it. I use Supernatural Tarot with the Dark Mirror. Right, so tell us a little bit more about this card. Oh, you'll be in the chat on. Oh, you'll be on. Oh, okay, you'll be pulling cards. Right, okay, gotcha. Right, so tell us about this card. Tell us a little bit about Queen of My World. What does it mean? What does Queen of My World actually mean? Interesting. We have the Empress. Wow. How spot on is that? Like I said, tell us a little bit more about the Queen of My World. Transformation, changes going on. All about taking care of ourselves, nurturing ourselves, being the sense of focusing on ourselves as we go through the changes, the transformations. Ooh, another sort of the 9 of Cups, the wish being fulfilled, the sense of things happening the way we want to emotionally. It feels like things are working out the way we want them. Things are happening behind the scenes. Whoa, interesting. But it can be a bit of a burden. Even being Queen of My World can be a bit of a burden. Stuff can weigh you down. So nurturing self is going to be so important. So here we've learned with the card here, with the Queen of My World, is that it's all about nurturing ourselves. It's all about taking care of ourselves, being sort of in charge of our own journey here. Oh, awesome, Jackie. That'll be great. Yeah, if anyone feels like pulling a card, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Love to see what your message is in regards to that. That, you know, even though we're in charge of our journey, it's really important that we really take care of ourselves, you know, and as we go through changes and transformations, it's really, you know, it does feel like there's a wish being fulfilled, but at the same time, things that are weighing heavily on us, things weigh heavily on us. What an interesting reading. So I'd love to see what cards you get in response to this Queen of the World, because I haven't read the book yet. We haven't read the message from the book. So let's have a look and see what are your thoughts in regards to Queen of the World. What's your message here? Love to hear what your thoughts are with the card before I read the book. I want to see what you will get. So if anyone wants to pull a card, go for it if you want to know more about Queen of the World. Oh, you're welcome. Ooh, interesting, Jackie. Wow, interesting. You're being offered a sense of warmth and protection because you're emotionally shielded. Ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting message with when you take the whole thing into consideration there. Oh, I love that. Okay, you didn't want to read. Oh, okay. Hi, Egyptian Famous. How are you? No worries. Just popped in to say hello. You at work? You at work? Okay, cool. So you're at work. You're just flipping in and out, saying hello. That's cool. So let's have a look and see what this card's about. Now, it's got a moon. Yeah, new moon. So what card number is this one? 24. Okay, 24. So let's have a read of the book. Okay, the moon phase is full. Stage is bargaining. I set limits to my world. Inside, I am queen, but outside is lost. Onto a snowy background, white columns rise through the forest. A pale woman dressed in scarlet bright red with a crown of thorns and a white luminous lance strides forward, her posture confident, and her feet bare. Sentence: I am my world and my world is me. I am royalty. Now, okay, going dark. There is a space out and a space in. There is my realm and what is mine, and there are other places. I will not care if my world is made of thorn and ice, and if it's carved by my blood. My world is my world. I rule. I decide his borders, and I am law. I am princess. I am the blood in the veins of its heart. I am the warrior and the bride. I am alone, and I am the first among many. Be fearful of my world because it's prepared. Oh, sorry. It's because it's paved of my hopes and dreams, and you have no power there. I am greater than the stars and more beautiful than the moon. Yeah, no, yeah, that's awesome. What an awesome message, Jackie, to add to it, to the message there about being warmth and protection and moving in your own world there. What a cool message when you tie it all together. I love it. Right, I think this is it from me. I think this is perfect timing. Yeah, it works with the Empress card really well. Really well. I thought that was very, very interesting to get the Empress card first off with that Queen of the World card. That was just so spot on. I love my Supernatural Tarot. It's one deck that I got my double ups of. My Supernatural. I watched all 15 episodes and I'm enjoying the Winchesters, which I need to finish off. But I got caught up. very interesting between Bowie and... Yeah, true. Oh, Jackie, yeah, there's so much you can read into it when you got time with a client. You can really sort of dive really deep into the cards, can't you? Right, that's it from me by the looks of it. Oops. Don't forget, if you join from as little as a month for $1 a month, okay, if you join on my Ko-Fi for as little as $1 a month, exclusive content previews, extra cards when I'm doing the readings, you get previews, you get discounts, downloads, lots and lots of downloads. Is so much extra content from as little as $1 a month. Especially if you're regularly buying readings from me, you know, from a little as $1 a month or $3 a month, is going to get you a reading on the live. It's going to get you previews and exclusive content and all sorts of little bits and pieces, discounts, and, you know, so think about it. If you are regularly wanting to buy readings from me every month, you know, from as little as $1 a month, $3 a month, it's going to get you something. So don't forget, Saturday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. New Zealand, 8 a.m. for Jackie. Jackie and I are going live. So, yep. Okay, so just to give you some options, don't forget to check out Ko-Fi, check out the previews. Don't forget, if you've donated, you can also get exclusive content as well. Previews, you get to see the videos. You get to see the content that I release straight away instead of waiting to be released, scheduled to be released next week or next month or whatever. So don't forget with Ko-Fi, go check it out. Go check out Ko-Fi. Check out the Ko-Fi link. Okay, so that's it from me. Okay, I'm looking for something. Oh, I've got Caitlin, I've actually got some of the ones that you got. Now I do have the green oracle, which I really like. I think that was one of the ones that you did. I saw. I can't remember all of them. You got such a huge selection. You got such a huge selection now. I actually love the green oracle. What green witch oracle? I got this to go with actually. Oh, with the Herb Crafters Tarot. Wow. You're catching up to me in regards to oracles. I've got 90 tarot and 90 oracle. Plus I've got the Lenormand in that as well. Wow, Caitlin. You're catching up to me in oracles. That's why I'm doing lots of study at the moment. These are what I do is I like to put my decks into categories. For those that don't know, I just took out the wrong banner. Yeah, right. 71 oracle, 1 tarot. I've got, yeah, so I've got about if you're interested in looking at what decks I've got, let me just get you the link. 1 second. One minute. Whoop. Oh, shit. 1 minute. I lost the plot. Right. If you're interested in seeing what decks I've got, this is my collection. Because everything goes in themes. So I've got Language of Flowers Oracle too. I know. You're such a sweetheart. Right. So if you want to see what decks are in my collection, there's the link anyway for the lebib.com library. Right. Time to go. Right. Time to go. Okay.